Alright, so we got, so we're gonna get 2 things of liquid nails, okay? Sweet. Is that the green one? Yep. Alright.
7.
Okay.
7.
Thank you. Alright, so that's 7. You're
Here. Okay, so I need to record you. Okay, that's good.
alright.
That's a good picture.
Okay, thank you.
What was the last one? D-Tron did this.
I like that one.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of D-Tron Does It. Of course, I am D-Tron, and I does stuff. And this week, I am doing something I found on the internet. So there's a video floating around of a lady making a fluted side table, which resembles one that cost somewhere in the ballpark of $400, and she made it with materials from Lowe's. So that's what I'm going to try to do. All of these materials cost me about $110, and so I should be able to make 2 side tables. Today's video is going to show you exactly how I do it. I'll put all of the materials down in the description in case you're interested, and I'll show you the steps. Let's do it. To get this project kicked off, you're going to need your concrete round, razor blade or some kind of blade of sorts, measuring tape. So this thing is 4 foot long, right? So we want to mark off the halfway point on this concrete round. So we're gonna go 2 foot right about there. Now that we have marked off our 2 foot mark, I'm actually just going to take some blue tape here, get me a good line that I can cut on. Just roll that tape right over, boom. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect, but the better you cut, the straighter the line will be, scoring that round. All right, now that we've scored that round, we're going to actually make a good puncture inside, and we are going to cut all the way through. All right, now that we have cut that in half, now we've got our 2 rounds, and they sit right about the same height. You put them on even ground, and that's exactly what we're looking for. You can cover this in gray or black or whatever, that way this doesn't show through on the underside. I think that's what I'm gonna do here, is give it a quick layer, almost like a primer. That way you don't see this yellow shining through when I am done with the project. Take that blue tape off of there. So I'm gonna let this dry, and while I do that, I'm gonna cut the dowels that are gonna give our table the fluted look. All right, so these dowels are 48 inches long. So we wanna cut them at 24 inches. So you're gonna take this, you're gonna get it set up. We're actually gonna cut multiple of these. We're gonna measure out the 2 feet that we want for our fluted look for each one. So I have marked off the halfway point, which is 2 feet on this dowel. Then I'm gonna set additional dowels up, mark off that 2 feet, and then go ahead and cut them right there. Make sure you use safety equipment. Gotta make sure we got some glasses on. Do not wanna get ourselves hurt. Pop a few of these dowels up here. So we're gonna do the same process for all of these dowels, and then we will begin putting the table together. All right, so we got our can of liquid nails. Our paint is dried on this thing, so we're gonna punch our can of liquid nails here. Maybe not. Got a little extra liquid nails going on there. Don't forget to take the sticky tabs or the labels off of your sticks. Whew, it is burning up.
Hey, don't touch me.
What the heck are you doing?
What the heck are you doing?
Dada,
Yes.
I need to turn this car off.
All right, now our tables are all put together, so we just gotta paint them. I decided to try to keep this project inexpensive by going to get a sample paint. This table isn't that big, so I'm hoping that this little container will be enough to paint this whole table. Now, this table could look good in a gold and olive green if you're putting it in your living room or whatever color matches your interior. But for me, I'm putting these tables inside of my children's bedrooms. I got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and it's probably gonna get matched up with Sonic or Hot Wheels, and so I wanted to make it bright colors. So I'm actually gonna paint this first table orange, and I'm gonna paint the second table blue. And we're, again, using the sample sizes, so hopefully this will be enough paint for us to be able to get through both tables, and just a simple paintbrush, nothing extravagant. All right, so there it is. The first layer has gone on both tables, the blue and the orange. And I want to take a second while these things are drying to go over some of the execution errors that I had during this project that might help you if you decide to put this together. Measure your dowels twice, because you're only going to get to cut once. Make sure they're going to be the right length. Make sure you've got a system to get them lined up on your saw. That way you don't end up with missized dowels. I had quite a few that didn't line up the same height because I did a poor job of cutting. It created this gap at the top of the table that I'm sure you saw. I had to fill it in with liquid nail. Taking your time there is going to help with the execution. Another thing that I think is an opportunity was the size of the concrete round. Now the length was great, but the edge of my concrete round was really thin, right? So to apply a layer of liquid nail there to get it to stick to the top of the table, there was not a lot of surface area. So if you can find a concrete round with a wider surface area along the edge, it would create more surface for you to be able to get this table to stick. What I end up having to do to compensate was on the inside of the table, I had to apply liquid nails where the concrete round and the top meet to try to create a barrier on the inside to keep that table connected. Other than that, I think the project came out about as well as I expected it to. I think some folks might like a wider table base, especially if you're gonna put this in your living room. But again, for me, putting it in my kids' room, this appears to be right about the right height and size for a side table for my kiddos. So if you liked the video or if you didn't like the video, either way, I appreciate you getting to this point. Leave me comments. I like to respond to most of them, if not all of them. And then tell me how I did. If you don't like it, cool. If you like it, cool. If you want to try it, I'm excited to see how your project turns out as well. As always, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notifications button, get some alerts, find out when we're dropping new videos. And if you decide not to do any of that, you know what? I won't even be mad at you. Till next time, guys. Peace.